All right, question number 9, 10, 11, and 12. So question number 9, 10, 11, and 12 wants us to read this context and interpret what the question wants us to do. So the question says, a rocket is launched in the air. So let's go ahead and start drawing some stuff. So we have a rocket, all right, and it's launched in the air, all right. Its height in feet is given by this equation, where t represents the time after the launch, all right. How many seconds, all right, and you know that seconds is what? Seconds is time, all right. How many seconds has passed when the rocket is at its highest point, okay? So if the rocket is launched in the air from the ground, all right, the rocket won't stay in the air. At some point, it has to come back down to the ground, all right? So this is what the graph would look like, okay? The question wants us to find how many seconds will pass when the rocket is at its highest point, all right? Where's the highest point for where the rocket will go? Here, all right? And that point represents your vertex, okay? So what I need to do is essentially find my vertex, or rather the x value of my vertex, all right? Because again, the x value of your vertex, again, your vertex x value tells you time, all right? The vertex y value tells you height, all right? So again, guys, we need to try to find the x value of that vertex. To find the x value of that vertex, you're essentially using your axis of symmetry formula, all right, which is negative b over 2a. So this formula should be your best friend this unit, guys, all right? So again, guys, when I use this formula, I would have negative 1 parentheses over 2 parentheses, all right? And what am I going to plug in for b? Well, your a is the negative 16 and your b is 104. So for my b, I'll plug in 104, all right, so 104. And then for my a, I would plug in negative 16, okay? Negative 1 times positive 104 will give me negative 104. 2 multiplied by negative 16 is negative 32. Negative 104 divided by negative 32, a negative divided by a negative gives me a positive 3.25, all right? So the answer for this question will be 3.25 seconds, all right? So again, you don't need to round this, guys. This would be the answer. Because again, what you're finding is how many seconds. Seconds is time, all right? So the time that we're finding, guys, is the x value of my vertex, all right? And this is how you find the x value of your vertex or your time, all right? So what about the next question? So the next question says Zoe kicks a football, all right? So we have Zoe, okay? So Zoe, and she can have long hair, tall hair, doesn't matter, all right? But Zoe kicks the ball up in the air, all right? But will the ball stay in the air? No. At some point, it has to come back down to the ground, all right? Its height in feet is given by this equation, where t represents the time in seconds after the kick. What is the highest, all right, the football reaches, all right, in height, okay, above the ground? So again, guys, when she kicks the ball, guys, we're trying to find the highest the football reach. The highest the football will reach will be up here. This is where the highest would be. And what is that highest point called? Your vertex, okay? But in this case, guys, we're not finding the x value of the vertex. We need to find the height, which is the y value of the vertex. But for me to find the height, I need to firstly find the x, all right, or the time. So I still need to use my formula, x equal negative b over 2a, but this time I'm going to use my answer and plug it back in, all right? So I would have negative 1 parentheses over 2 parentheses. Your a is negative 16 and your b is 56. So for my b, I would plug in 56. For my a, I'll plug in negative 16, okay? Negative 1 times positive 56, a negative times a positive gives me a negative 56. 2 times negative 16 gives me negative 32. A negative divided by a negative gives me a positive 1.75. Alright? So this will give me positive 1.75. And that's the amount of seconds. Alright? However, we're not looking for time. We're looking for what? Height. Alright? So we need to plug this back into my equation. So I'm going to replace the t with a parentheses. And what do you think is going to go inside of both of these parentheses? Yup, the 1.75. Alright? So let's plug in the 1.75 into both of these. You can plug this into the calculator. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use my little calculator. So 1.75 squared is 1.75 times 1.75, which will give me 3.0625. Then I'm going to multiply it by negative 16, okay? And I would get negative 49. So this will give me negative 49, all right? Now I'm going to multiply 56 times 1.75. That will give me positive 98, okay? So now I'm going to calculate. So negative 49 plus 98 will give me positive 49. So the answer in feet will be positive 49. You don't need to put the feet. You just need to put the answer 49. All right? And that is it.